Boom! What's going on, faithfuls? The Nothing But Niners crew is here to bring you guys a live, raw reaction show to this freaking amazing game. The 49ers have now won 3 in a row.
What?
Jimmy Garoppolo is a perfect 5-0 in games that he has started. Nick, man, I'm damn excited, man. I don't even know what to do, man. I don't know what to say. I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to react, man. But we're gonna bring it to you guys, man. This game was a nail biter. It went down to the very end, man. Literally to the last second. With the 49ers get the win off the foot of kicker Robbie Gould. A perfect 6 for 6 on the day, man. Nick, what's going on, bro? How you doing? How you feeling, man? Talk to me.
Yo, man, I'm excited. I've been, let's say these last 3 weeks, man. Actually, I'll say 4 weeks because when Jimmy came in for CJ and threw that touchdown pass, I've been super overly excited about this guy. I was a little skeptical. We've talked about this before, about Jimmy G coming from the New England system and what he was going to be. But he is by far way better than I could imagine. I mean, from the way he talks to the media, to the way he handles things, to his chemistry with his offensive line, the guys on the sideline, his receivers. This guy, we've said this in the halftime report. We said this reports and reports of all these reports that we do, that this guy makes this team better around him. Not only because of his play, but his leadership. You can tell that he stole this team already, and he's the leader on this team. Today, man, when I told you, I said, this guy, we got a 3rd and 2. We need to stop him. We got 1 minute and 6 seconds left. We can come win this game. This could be clutch. This guy's going to be clutch. And what'd he do?
March right down the field, man.
Like it was nothing.
Did everything that we needed to. Listen, so, guys, before we dig any deeper into this, I want to let you guys know where to find us, man. Again, the website is nothingbutniners.com, www.nothingbutniners.com, and it's spelled all the way out. No numbers in there anywhere. You guys can find us there, and there you will be led to our podcast. That is Talk 49ers with NB Niners or Nothing But Niners, NB9.
Talk 49ers with Nothing But Niners, parentheses, NBN.
There you go. That's the podcast there. You guys will find our Twitter handle. That is at NothingBut9ERS, which is also the same as our Snapchat. We guys have a rocking, slamming Facebook page there. Over 2,000, almost 3,000, right? Almost 3,000 members now. The group for the Facebook page. We have a wonderful Instagram page, man. Oh my God, the Instagram page is so lit, man. Yeah. There you'll see graphics. You'll see things like the injury reports for each game and stuff like. Oh my God! If you guys don't follow the Instagram page, make sure you do so.
And that's Nothing But Niners, all spelled out.
Yeah, all spelled out, man. Guys, guys. This was an amazing week, but I'm sorry. So make sure you guys go and follow us there on all those things, okay? We have the podcast, man. I told you guys about that already, but just so you guys know, we are on iTunes, TuneIn, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio. I mean, everything. If there's a podcast and it's playing there, the 49ers and Nothing But Niners will be there. So you guys make sure you check that out, man, because we are rocking, man, everywhere you want to be, like your Visa card. You know what I'm saying? So listen, man, listen. Enough of all that talk, enough of all that jazz, man. The Niners were tearing shit up this week, Nick. We were tearing shit up. Listen, I picked us to lose. I have no shame in my game. I said it was going to be a close game, and I thought the Niners were going to lose at the end. I thought that the Titans' defense was going to be too much for the Niners to handle, and I was this close to being right. That Titans' defense was coming through for them, man. The opening drive, the Niners marched right down the field. They did their thing, but another game, another first quarter where the Niners didn't get in the end zone.
Yeah, upsetting. I mean, that's about the only negative that I've seen so far is we have 6 field goals today and 1 touchdown.
1 touchdown. This is the second time that Jimmy Garoppolo has only managed to get 1 touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And you know what else was impressive is we were like so super hyped about penalties. We only had 1 with 49 seconds left.
Yeah.
It came 49 seconds left in the first half. And then after that, they started piling on. I think we ended with 6.
Yeah. Yeah, so we go through the entire first quarter, like Nick just said, with 1 penalty. Now, if you guys have been following the 49ers, the first half, yeah. If you guys have been following the 49ers, you know, like as a fact, this isn't like some magical thing that just popped up. We struggle with penalties, but we got all the way down. It's kind of fitting that the 49ers got to the 49-second mark in the second quarter.
Yeah,
49 seconds left, and we got a freaking penalty, our first penalty. And it was so dumb. Doomerville comes in and slams Mariota to the ground on a play that was just easy money. It was easy money right there, but whatever. So after that, the penalties just happened to snowball. They were just coming downstream, and there wasn't much that we could do about it. You know what I mean? The Niners just didn't happen to pull it out. Now, overall, looking at the game, it was a game that we had a lot lower or a lot less penalties than what we normally do.
Oh, yeah,
Last week we had 11. The week before that we had a lot too. This week it was only 7. But we did what we had to do to get the win, right? So how do you feel, man? You walk away from this game overall and you see the offensive struggles. We get in the red zone. We just can't punch it in. That has been a consistent problem. The plethora of penalties is a consistent problem. The Niners not starting hot. Can't punch it in the first quarter. We just can't do it, right? These are things that are happening on a regular, consistent basis. However, these last 3 games, we're eking out victories. So now I want you to think back for a second, right? Remember that streak? We had 5 losses by a total of like 18 points, 13 points. It was 5 losses by 13 points. We were losing games by 1, by 2, by 3. You know what I mean? And now all of a sudden, look at what we're doing. All right. When we played Chicago, that was Jimmy Garoppolo's first start. We won that game by like, what, 2 points? It was a field goal at the end for Robbie Gould, right? We won that game by like 2 points. Today, we win by 2 points. Last week, we had a little bit more, but here we are. Now we're on the flip side of those things.
Right.
So do you think this team is taking leaps and bounds forward, or are we seeing the same team, but Garoppolo is just a little bit better than what we have at the quarterback position? Give me a breakdown of what you feel so far.
All right. So in the beginning of the season, I'm going to absolutely agree with you, and I think that we are the same type of team, but we have a quarterback. Somebody who's going to be able to deliver the ball and make players around him better. So what I mean by that is Garoppolo makes everybody around him better. Obviously, we can see that. He makes Kendrick Bourne better. He makes Marquise Goodwin better. I cannot wait to see Pierre Garçon with him and Marquise Goodwin, as well as the emergence of Trent Taylor. And
Kendrick Bourne. Kendrick Bourne looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good, man.
I think we're the same team. The last 2 weeks, I think we've been a little bit less because of no Trent Brown. Well, you know, out of the last 2 weeks. Out of the last 3 weeks. So no Trent Brown. But I think our red zone struggles right now are from our offensive line.
Think so?
I really think so. I think our red zone struggle because we're struggling offensively on the offensive line the entire game, right? We're giving up a lot of pressures, giving up a lot of things. We get into that red zone. Guys who have been struggling in the latter part of that drive are starting to hold more. They're starting to force things on to the defenders because of the fact that we can't score. You're in a tighter zone right down there. So that's why a lot of our penalties are coming down there. Is these guys are getting beat up the whole game, but they're so close to getting in the end zone, they're trying to get away with more down there, and they can't. I mean, that's just my feeling on it. So I think overall, I think we're the same team. The last couple of weeks were a little worse offensive line wise because of the loss of Trent Brown.
But if we're the same team, yet we're a little worse, why are we suddenly getting victories instead of losses?
Because we have a quarterback. That's the biggest difference.
Say it one more time.
We have a quarterback.
I mean, but he's just okay.
No,
right?
he's a franchise quarterback.
This is the guy.
This is the guy.
So your entire family is packed up. You got the wagon loaded, and this is the stallion you're hitching your wagon to.
Lock him up, bro.
You guys heard it. You guys heard it, man.
Lock him up. There's nothing else we can't do. You have to lock this guy up. If you don't, there's going to be a ton of people trying to hit him in free agency, especially if he finishes out the season undefeated. This guy is the truth, and I don't say that about many people. I call everybody Dookie. Everybody. So, defenses look better.
The defense had their spots, man.
Hey, I didn't see a single defender drop back in coverage today from the D-line.
That's true. And you know why? You know why? If you look at the quarterbacks we faced in the last 2 weeks, right? And you look at the one today, Mariota's known for running. We had Case Keenum last week.
Yep.
And then against the Bears, it was Trubisky.
Yeah.
Those guys are known for breaking the pocket and taking off.
No, we didn't have Case Keenum last week. You threw me off with that.
We played Houston. Who was it? Oh, Yates. I meant to say Yates. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Case Keenum. I'm sorry.
Love mixing Coyle.
Yeah, I do that a lot. I do that. My bad. But TJ Yates, you know what I meant, though. And so my point is, these guys aren't known for breaking the pocket. No. However, Mariota is. We can't just give up a guy.
Good point.
You know what I mean? We got to keep all the pressure there that we can. Another thing that happened this week with the defensive line was a lot of times, like you said, we would drop one of those guys back in pressure and just rush three.
Right.
We didn't do that at all.
Today.
There was no just 3-man rushes. Every third down, there was at least four guys going after. Yeah, at least 4 guys going after Mariota. That was a good change to see. I really, really appreciated that from Robert Saleh. But I want to get back to what you were talking about earlier. You said that you think the team is the same, but we're actually taking a step back because of the offensive line. And that's what's keeping us in trouble, right? And there might be something to what you're saying. And I think the biggest evidence with that is with the run game.
Yeah. I mean,
the run game was damn near. It was abysmal. There was nothing going on there today at all.
It's definitely dismissed. There's nothing going there. I mean, Carlos Hyde had 16 carries today for 25 yards?
16 carries, 25 yards. Matt Breida had 5 carries for 16 yards.
And then Marquise had 1 for 10 yards.
Right, yeah. I mean, but when it all boils down, when you step back and you look at everything, the 49ers had 51 rushing yards today.
Yeah.
It's not 51. Acceptable. It's not acceptable. Now, I will say this.
How much better is our play action going to get when we actually do get a run game?
Everything is going to open up, bro.
Everything.
We still haven't seen Jimmy connect on that deep ball to Marquise Goodwin yet. It still hasn't happened. Another week where we haven't been able to notch that one under our belt. But imagine when it does.
Right.
Imagine when it does, man. I mean, listen, check this out, right? A decent game for an NFL team is 350 yards. A great game is 400 yards of offense.
Right.
Today, we pulled out 414 in total offense. It was a great game offensively. I just would never have guessed. With the way that Kyle Shanahan keeps the game balanced, for the last 2 weeks since Jimmy Garoppolo's been in, it would be 31 rushes, 34 passes. You know what I mean? Like something along those lines.
But see, I love that about Kyle. Because even though we're only getting a total of 57 rush yards, he is still splitting 51. Pretty much 50-50.
He's keeping it as close as possible.
Yeah.
Considering the rush was so unsuccessful today, we ran the ball a total of 22 times today.
Yeah,
22 rushing attempts.
43.
Yeah, but we threw it 43. You see how lopsided that shit is, though. You know what I'm saying? Because today the run just was not working.
Right.
There was nothing we could do today.
But he stayed with it. He still tried. He still tried to get it going. We didn't see a lot of swing passes today. We didn't see a lot of flat passes today. And it's funny because while we're talking about run and pass, that stat earlier kind of amazed me. We have 9 different receivers catching the football. Total, not just today.
That was in the first half, wasn't it?
No, that's for this.
The first half it was 7. The first half it was 7 guys.
Yeah, 7.
And
then 9 for the end of the game. But what I'm talking about is the average per pass. Is this season the receivers are averaging every receiver's averaging approximately anywhere from 14 to 17 yards per pass again.
I see what you're saying. Oh, I know what you're talking about. When we went through what every receiver it was averaging per reception. Yeah.
When have we ever seen that? That's when you brought up do you remember when Bolden went?
Yeah, that one game Bolden had over 200 yards in that Packers game to start the season. Yeah,
the year that everybody was saying Kaepernick couldn't pass, and then he
threw for 400 yards the first game, 200 of them plus went to Bolden. Yeah.
So that's impressive to me. Jimmy Garoppolo, this is how you can tell a quarterback goes through his reads. It's not one single receiver getting the ball. And that's why I wanted to talk about that, because Jimmy Garoppolo's eyes are constantly downfield and scanning. When he got out of that sack and threw that touchdown.
Oh, my God.
When he threw the touchdown, he literally just slid.
He ran to the right.
To the right, still looking downfield, basically the whole trajectory of the field.
Starts directing traffic.
And when he does that, watch out. Because he's going to throw it. The one he threw a little short, and that was on Jimmy.
Kendrick Bourne had one. It was right there. He was wide open, man, right there. Jimmy just kind of fluttered it out there, didn't put enough zip on it, and it didn't get home. It was a good thing to see, though. You see him moving. You see him controlling the pocket. He's not controlling it because he doesn't, he's not getting guys where he wants them to be, obviously, but he feels the pressure coming.
Right.
There was a play in this game where I just knew it was going to be a sack fumble. He's standing in the pocket. He's standing tall. He's looking to his left, and someone's coming up right behind him. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly. He just moves to the side. Zoom. First down. I couldn't fucking believe it.
I know, because you were like, here comes Sack Fumble. Here comes Sack Fumble.
We haven't seen quarterbacks play like that. When's the last time we saw that as 49er fans, man? And you know, at certain times I'm watching and I'm like, this is luck. This is luck. But when you do it so consistently,
you've been trying to sell luck on yourself.
It's not luck, bro. It's not luck. You got to give it to him.
Before you that's pocket presence. Well, let's see. We'll see. But from the time he stepped on the field, that pocket presence has been. You heard me say it in our room, like talking about C.J. Beathard. He has no pocket presence.
Yeah.
He's running into sacks, backing into sacks, running sideways to sacks.
And Hoyer was doing shit that was even worse. Hoyer would think pressure was coming and just ball up and get down. Just let me be safe. You know what I mean? Jimmy Garoppolo feels the pressure coming. He moves away from it. He steps up in the pocket, directs some traffic. There was another play that he was supposed to be sacked, and he ended up running for a yard or two. I couldn't believe it. I was like, how did he get yardage at it? How did he make that a positive play, man? Guys, we got a freaking quarterback here. It was great. And by the way, I know you said that we had 9 different receivers today. I just want to correct you on that. We had 10. You know who the 10th receiver was? I'll give you a hint. His last name rhymes with Garoppolo.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Because he had the pass defending and he caught it.
He had the batted pass to himself. No, it was -6. It was -6 yards, yeah. But he had the batted pass right to himself, man. Jimmy Garoppolo brought it in. But there is something I want to talk to you about. So the 49ers defense started out very, very hot, right? I was like, Nick, this is going to be good. We got a top 10 defense if we can keep this shit up. We marched down the field. The defense was rested. They came out, looked like a 3-and-out, boom, right away. Next drive, it looked like we were going to do it again. And then the defense was in control the entire first half until that last drive before halftime.
Yeah.
And the Titans marched down the field.
17.
They played the sidelines, and all of a sudden, boom, they scored. They came back out. They marched down the field again. 2 consecutive possessions where they marched down the field and they scored. And our defense had no answer for anything the Titans were doing, man. It was getting sad out there. It was getting sad. And so now there's a lot of people that've been talking throughout the week about bringing back Vic Fangio. And I saw a comment earlier on our YouTube here, someone saying, let's get rid of Robert Saleh, let's fire him, and bring back Vic Fangio. I believe that was a Gray Fox 198 that said that. So I want to get your opinion on that. How do you feel about Robert Saleh? First of all, don't tell me if you're going to trade him for Vic Fangio. How do you feel about the defense right now?
I think the defense is making strides for being young.
Okay.
Overcoming a lot of injuries. Next man up mentality. Play calling could probably get a little bit better. Scheme calling. I don't want to say play calling. Overall, for a first-year coordinator, I think Saleh's fine. I think he's learning as he goes. The players are rallying around him. And there are some things I disagree with. I disagree with dropping a lineman into coverage. Jacksonville does that a lot too. Seattle does that as well.
Right.
And it could just be a scheme of this defense. But overall, I love Vic Fangio.
You bringing him back?
No, I'm not bringing him back.
You're not bringing him back over Robert Saleh?
No.
You're going to keep him?
I like Saleh. I think what we have right now, what we're building, with the chemistry these coaches are building, these players love these coaches.
Yeah.
The players love each other. This locker room is actually going to be one again, including the GM. And the owner.
Yeah.
It's not, okay, we got a coach here and a coach here, and the GM saying, you need to fire this coach or we're going to get rid of you. Well, I'm not getting rid of him, so you're going to have to get rid of me type shit.
Everybody is like this.
Hooked, man.
The whole thing is like this, man. It's fucking beautiful.
It's like they're in the city of Philadelphia. Brotherly love, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what's happening, man. And you know what? I'm right there with you, man. I had a lot of criticism for Robert Saleh. I hated some of the play calling and when he decided to blitz. I remember in the earlier part of the season, the 49ers would get teams in the 3rd and long. It would be 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 3rd and 8, 3rd and 11. And what does he do? He would rush 3. It was driving me fucking crazy, Nick. I was losing my damn mind. But he stopped doing it now. He's not doing it anymore. And I don't know if he's learning or I don't know if it's due to injuries. Because you have to keep something in mind, right? We have 2 first-round picks that are not playing anymore. These guys are on IR, and Jimmy Ward and Eric Armstead. There's 2 first-round picks that are just flat out not playing anymore. We have a second-round pick that's not playing anymore, and Jaquiski Tartt.
Yep.
That secondary all of a sudden has a lot of very good players not available. That defensive line and Eric Armstead being out. You know what I mean? Ronald Blair being hurt, not being able to play. You know what I mean? He might not be. Yeah, Peter Tamopinu. Exactly. These guys who are supposed to be there to contribute just aren't there right now. You know what I mean? And I think for what he's got, what he's working with, there are guys coming off the street, Sheldon Day, coming in off the streets. You know, Marsh is coming in and playing. You know what I mean? Like, and then Brock Coyle. Think about this, right? I'm talking about Brock Coyle, but let's go back even before Brock Coyle. And why is Brock Coyle playing? Because we lost Malcolm Smith. We never saw Malcolm Smith do anything as a 49er, but he was intended to be one of the starters here. Imagine if Robert Saleh had all of his starting pieces here that he initially wanted. The defense looks good, man. They show what they can do.
They do.
And imagine them all with a healthy rotation. Imagine being able to say, you know what? We know Brock Coyle can handle a couple series. You know what I mean? Imagine them saying, Brock Coyle, you got this, but right now we're going to stick with Malcolm Smith.
Are you saying
I'm keeping them, man?
We're going to have a top 10 defense?
I'm saying the Niners are going to have a top 10 defense. If we can keep everybody healthy, the 49ers.
Plus, if we add anything.
Yeah, exactly. And this is without additions. I'm just talking about what we're supposed to have in-house right now. The Niners defense is going to be fucking deadly, bro.
We're going to have some.
We got to get a good corner.
This offseason is going to be fun.
Yeah, we got to get a good corner. We got to get a pass rusher.
Do you keep Jimmy Ward?
So that's something I've been thinking about because the safety position is deep as hell.
Yeah.
The Niners are so – you got Adrian Colbert. You got Eric Reed. You got Jimmy Ward. You got Jaquiski Tartt. You can't play all those guys at the same time, dude. You can't. Unless you're coming up with some very exotic packages, the dime package and things like that where you have more DBs out there, which is possible because I think the pass rush can improve, which is going to force these guys into a lot of passing downs. So you're going to rely on your dime packages. You know what I mean? So it could all work together, but not at the price that we're going to have because we're going to have to pay a lot of these guys. You know what I mean? To answer your question just in a straight yes or no, am I going to keep Jimmy Ward? No. Not because he's not good. Not because I don't like him, not because I don't think there's a benefit to having him here, but we're going to have to pay a lot of these guys. Like I said, Jaquiski Tartt, Eric Reed. You know what I mean? Fucking Adrian Colbert. I'm not going to waste a lot of that money. I'm not going to bring a guy back like Jimmy Ward who can't stay healthy. He's probably the most frail guy of all those guys back there.
I think if he would have stayed at corner this year, he'd have been fine.
Yeah, but ifs and buts were coconuts. What? I never got to finish. I asked you guys to finish that sentence for me. If ifs and buts were coconuts, we'd all be. What's a drink that has coconut in it? Can you think of one? Is it Malibu? No, Malibu is a rum. Malibu is a coconut rum, actually.
Rum, yeah.
But that's not going to work. You guys have to finish the sentence for me, okay? You have to finish the sentence for me. But my point is, I'm not bringing him back.
Okay. Me either.
Good.
So that answers my question. Where do you think okay, you said corner. So Dante Johnson's going?
Oh, yeah. Listen, I've been defending
as bad as you jocked him this year?
He's from Jersey, bro. He's from Pennington, New Jersey. He's in my neck of the woods.
Look,
I love Dante Johnson.
Be like us.
Nah, man. Jersey dudes are strong. We're built for it tough, baby. Like, this is what we do. We are made for the grind. We're made for the grit. But Dante Johnson just ain't cutting it. He's not. I'm sorry. I love the guy.
Great tackler, but bad in coverage.
He's a liability. There were times today where Marcus Mariota literally floated balls up there, and he waited for the ball to get to the receiver and then hit him. Like, what are you doing, bro? Come on, make a play on the ball. Make a play on the goddamn ball. But he just wouldn't do it. Dante Johnson, man, I love you. I salute you, man. But I think you're the next Rashard Robinson. You out of here. Send his ass over there. You know what I mean? Just get rid of him. Let him go to the Jets. They can have him. The Jets can have him, man. There's.
And Rashard can rejoin.
Yeah, let them join forces again. And it's funny because they were legitimately at 1 and 2 this year.
They were.
Dante Johnson's still technically at number 2, and I'm talking about getting rid of him.
Yeah.
That shows you how much we can stand to improve, though.
But man, did I fail on calling Akella Witherspoon a bust?
We did. I'm not going to let you just ride on that sword by yourself. I'm not going to let you fall on that sword by yourself. I was very disappointed in that 3rd round pick because I was like, look, it's week 3, it's week 4. He's still not even active yet. This guy's garbage. He's garbage. It wasn't even about what we saw him doing on the field, because during preseason he was getting burned a lot. He was out of place. He was shying away from contact still. So we killed him during the preseason. But when the season actually got here, he was an active week 1. He was an active week 1. He was an active week 2. He was an active week 3. He was an active week 4. I said, what the fuck? Why do we pick this guy up? Yeah. Why does John Lynch keep bigging this guy up if he's not going to play? John Lynch was doing his weekly interviews. And Wakelo's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. And we're sitting here like, man, fuck him, man. Get him out of here. We don't want him. We got Robinson. Look at how dumb we were. We got Robinson. We got Johnson. In the beginning of the season, you weren't saying. I wasn't
on. What? I was on Robinson at one time this year.
At the very beginning of the season?
Maybe one time.
The very beginning of the season.
Touched the field.
Bro, are you kidding me?
When?
Robinson was supposed to be our star.
That's when I was like, oh, and Robinson should have a great year because he had a great year last year.
Right.
But after training camp.
No, I'm talking about the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
once training camp came and once we saw preseason, we were like, this dude's going to be a liability. We recognized it. And I was like, he can adjust. He can do this. He can do that. We were wrong.
And Kraft was like, he's just doing this wrong or he's doing that wrong. But
he's just not good, man.
I think
he just wasn't good.
I'm trying to think of. I had a question for you.
Somebody said we have a 2.6% chance of making it to the postseason. The fact that the Niners aren't 100% eliminated is pathetic on the NFC's part. I have no idea how it's possible. I would love for who wrote that? Internet user. There's no name here. You should break down exactly what it takes for the Niners to make the postseason. But it's not going to happen. So, guys, let's not even get our hopes up. It's good that we're not going to make the postseason. But let me ask you this really quick, man. There was a question here, and we touched on it a little bit earlier. What's up with Carlos Hyde? And we blamed it on the offensive line. Do you think the offensive line is the biggest need for this team? We're watching Jimmy G run around for his life. He's still making plays. The offensive line is not opening up holes for any of these running backs. Carlos Hyde was making something out of nothing a lot today. I really saw Carlos Hyde working. You saw Matt Breida trying to get things going. Neither one of these guys could do anything. Is it the fault of the running backs or is it the fault of the offensive line? We talked about the lack of a pure pass rusher, and we're talking about the need for a corner. I think those three things are going to be unanimously the top 3 need for the 49ers going forward, right? Which one are you taking first overall?
Oh, I'm taking O-line.
You're going O-line.
I'm going O-line. I'm going O-line.
But you
because know, I think we can I think even if we finish the season out, we're still going to probably be top 10. And I think we can still probably maneuver that pick and still end up with a good offensive lineman.
I mean, all right. I hear you.
It's going to be hard.
I hear you. And that sounds good in theory. But here's my thing. Just hear me out. We got a left tackle. We got a right tackle. Right? Now we need to shore up the inside. The center is Kilgore. He's been doo-doo all year. Right? Hurts me to say it, but he's been doo-doo all year. But we got Garnett coming back.
Yeah, I'm hoping, but that only takes care of one guard position.
Yeah, but that's 3 out of 5 lockdown positions right there. You still gonna go there?
And Fusco's been playing pretty good.
He's been okay. He's had his moments. Yeah, he's had his moments.
I mean,
I wouldn't give up on him just yet.
No, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't give up on him just yet.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't really seen Armstead because he's always getting injured.
Armstead?
Yeah, I'm saying for pass rush. So.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think Armstead's that kind of guy.
No, I don't either. But I think right now, offensive line is the most important.
You think
whether that's draft or free agency, I'm not really sure.
This is what's getting me right now, right? Our sack leader on the team is a fucking 53-year-old guy who is slamming quarterbacks well after the play. That pisses me off, bro.
One time.
Come on, bro.
You're salty, bro.
You sprinkling it, bro. He's our sack leader, man. That's uncalled for. I didn't even want him to make the team, and it's not me being bitter. The fact that he's our sack leader pisses me off. We have too much young talent on this team for him to be the sack leader. We need someone to go after the damn quarterback. On 3rd and 11, we're rushing 4. They got all day back there, bro.
But he's been playing a lot more than 3rd downs too.
He's been playing any down that's 6 or more yards.
Right.
He's been playing any. It could be. Well, not any down because he's not out there on first downs, but any down that's second down or more with 6 or more yards to go, you'll see him coming in there. But he's just not.
Oh, he's saying the Packers have a 2.6% chance of postseason. 49ers are eliminated.
No, I don't give a fuck about the Packers. Who cares? Listen, it was dumb for the little 49ers timeout. It was very dumb for the Packers to play Aaron Rodgers today. He could have re-injured that collarbone and been done for a very long time.
So it's dumb for me to start him in fantasy too, huh?
Hey, I mean, it worked out for you. He got those 3 touchdowns. He threw 3 picks also, but he threw 3 touchdowns, so that helps out. 260 measly yards. I mean, a real quarterback would have thrown for, I don't know, 381 or something. You know what I'm saying? But that's what real quarterbacks do. But 3 touchdowns is cool. 3 touchdowns worked out for you, So
yeah,
it is what it is. But listen, let's go ahead and get ready to wrap this thing up, man. It was a fun game to watch. I had a blast, man. Even with me picking against the 49ers, I had a blast watching it. Let me make sure we don't have any comments to get to in here. O-line is trash. My Packers okay, yeah, we don't care about the Packers.
Ward was our best corner last year. They keep moving him around and fucking his play up. Keep him at corner. We're solid at safety.
You know what, Dano, man? That's the same thing that we said. Well, I know I've said. I'm not going to say we, but I've said the same thing about Eric Reed. Eric Reed is one of our best safeties if they just leave him back there, but he's played lineman last year. He played linebacker last year. He played corner last year. He played safety last year. And then this year, he was killing it as a box safety. Killing it as a box safety. Couple injuries. We let go of Bowman. Next thing you know, he's lined up next to Foster. Foster's out for a little bit. He's lining up next to Coyle as a linebacker. Like, come on, man. Like, let this guy master one role. So I get what you're saying with that. I wish that we could see these guys in their purest element. Imagine that, man. Imagine that. This team would be so much better. There's a lot of people
riding for E-Reed, man.
There's a lot of people also being misused on this defense. Even when Eric Armstead was healthy, a lot of people were saying they're misusing him.
He should have been a Leo.
Exactly.
He should be inside. He's definitely better inside. You put him in, but see, then that eliminates Earl Mitchell a little bit.
It depends on how you're lining them up, though. But imagine how dominant they would be up there.
Yeah.
Imagine how dominant they would be. It's a great problem to have. Don't misuse somebody. Yeah. Don't put someone over there just because you like him and you want to keep them on the field. Put these guys in their best position to let them dominate the way they're supposed to, and you have a healthy, strong-ass rotation. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of guys being misused. That's one thing I did want to see, and that was one of my biggest problems with Robert Saleh coming into this season. You know what I mean? So those are the kind of things that were driving me crazy. Let me see. Was there anything else that we had here? Where'd it go? I'm down in Iowa, Wisconsin border, so I'm here for all. Why are the Packers? Why are there so many Packer fans in here right now? I'm not understanding.
It's the same guy, internet user.
All right. How do y'all feel about Foster? These 2-minute injuries every day. Tell them how you feel, bro.
I think bitch at one point, and then I think fuck, we can't not get him off the field like.
Oh my God!
Like man. That 4th and 1, dude, coming out. And I told you earlier in the game, it looked like he was slowing up because I don't know if that stinger was still bothering him. Yeah. And then when he went for that big hit again, that stinger reacted and he comes off 4th and 1.
Yeah.
Crucial part of the game. So, like I said, I think bitch in one hand, and I think Jesus Christ keep him on the field because he's a monster.
Yeah. So you hate to see him leaving, but these little ticky-tack injuries, man, I just don't know how to call it, man. Every game, it happens twice a game. Happens twice a game where he's just got to miss a couple of plays for some phantom injury.
Maybe he's just tired.
Come back. So then just, tap your helmet. That's what they're supposed to do when you need a break.
He's going to be a leader. He ain't tapping.
Come on, bro. So you're going to fake an injury? Now, luckily today, it didn't cost us timeout. The last one was at like 2:31 left in the game.
Yeah, 2:34.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, my God, he's going to make us burn a timeout. But then I was like, oh, wait, it's not underneath 2 minutes. So I was happy. And imagine, now check this out. We kicked that last field goal with 2 seconds left on the clock when we burned our last timeout. Mm-hmm. Imagine if we had to use that timeout because Foster had.
Did that 12 men in the huddle help us?
What do you mean?
Tennessee had to blow a timeout.
Yeah, they used a timeout, but I'm talking about us. Imagine if we had to use a timeout because of one of Foster's injuries.
Oh yeah, we wouldn't have had any.
Exactly. Then we would have had to march down the field a little bit different. We would have been able to use the middle. Right. We would exactly. We would have only been able to throw to the sidelines. It would have been a big ordeal, man. It would have been a big problem. But knock on wood, everything worked out for us. So.
All right, I just got one question and then we'll wrap it up. But Who's been the most? Who has impressed you most on this defense so far this year? Or surprised you? I want to say impressed.
I got the answer.
Surprised you.
My answer is without a doubt, without any hesitation, Brock Coyle. Was that yours?
Yeah, that was mine.
Bro, listen, Brock Coyle hasn't done anything flashy. He did have the forced turnover today. He did strip the ball from who was it? Was it Henry?
Yeah, it was Henry.
He stripped the ball today, but what it is that he's not a liability out there. I think back to the last number 50 we had.
When
Nick
53
Ballore
was on the field with us, everybody's like, you're sitting this guy for lousy ass Brock Coyle.
Yeah.
That lousy ass Brock Coyle, I'm not saying he's a Pro Bowl linebacker.
This person said it's 2 votes in here for Colbert. I'm listening to you, but go ahead. You're not saying he's Pro Bowl.
I'm not saying he's Pro Bowl, but he's an adequate linebacker.
He's sound in his assignment.
He
communicates with the team. He gets the guys in the right positions and everything. And he's not missing tackles.
He's making more plays than what he's missing.
Yes. Yeah.
So, I mean, not any linebacker in this league is perfect.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And this is the thing. So when I saw the film of Adrian Colbert, because I see him being suggested, after we drafted him, I started watching film. I'm like, wow, this guy is actually pretty damn good. He's pretty explosive, right? You saw Reuben Foster. You know what to expect. Solomon Thomas, I actually expected this. I'm not even disappointed because I didn't think he was all that in the first place. Right? But when I saw Brock Coyle come over, I didn't go back and look at college film. I went back to look at Seattle film.
Right.
He started just a handful of games for Seattle, but predominantly he was a special teams player. When I found out he was going to be starting or playing games for us, I was like, oh my, no, I wasn't nervous. I was pissed off. Like, we got this bum-ass guy in here that's going to be our freaking starter, and all he's meant to be is a freaking special team player. Right. You know what I mean? But watching him, Brock Coyle has been surprisingly the best surprise that we've had this season so far on defense.
And I agree with the guys, too, about Colbert and stuff like that. But, I mean, I knew what Colbert was. The only thing that scared me about Colbert was because we drafted him as a corner.
Yeah.
And not a lot of people know that. So we drafted him as a corner, and he was a corner, and rarely played safety.
Right.
But he's coming in. But the thing that helps him is his speed from sideline to sideline.
Mm-hmm.
That's the same thing that they think with Ward.
It's not just his speed. His speed is great. There's a lot of fast guys, but he's instinctive.
Yeah,
like
instinctive closing speed.
Exactly. Like he's like, there it is, boom, and he doesn't hesitate. Like he goes from 0 to 60. As soon as he makes up his mind, he's there. Where there's some guys who hesitate for just a half a second.
Yeah, and kind of like what Reuben Foster did.
And not only does he pursue quickly, he takes the right angles when he pursues.
Yeah,
that's another thing. And there's a lot that goes into that. You can see it. Your instinct can tell you that's the guy, but you can over pursue. You can take the wrong angles.
Being able to read correctly,
bro,
is in his mindset.
He times it so well.
AC is the truth.
Yeah, he's really good. And so my answer with Brock Coyle, I'm going to stick to it, but that wasn't to take anything away from him.
Right. Yeah. No. I mean, there's a ton of guys that have impressed me on this team, but most impressive that I was nervous about and has really impressed me has to be Coyle.
Yeah.
They even put Foster at middle for one game and then switched back.
Because Colbert,
Coyle had more of a leadership, being able to communicate in the huddle.
Exactly.
More than Foster did.
Mm-hmm. And you know what's funny about that is that it's not often that you see a guy starting on a team and you have the head coach and the GM publicly saying, yeah, but that's not the guy we want in that position.
Right. And
they can't get him out of it. That's how good Brock Coyle is at what he's doing. Yeah. That even though the head coach and the GM have acknowledged publicly that they don't want him there, he's like, fuck that. You got to take this from me, baby. Yeah. And he's earning it. And I absolutely love that about him, man. So let's get up out of here, man. Yeah. Guys, go ahead.
I just got to say, I got to give a shout out to the jersey.
It's a good luck charm, man.
I cannot take it off now.
It's the good luck charm.
And I can't not come over here for a game.
Yeah. Yeah. Since we got Jimmy G. Since he's got the jerseys.
Since I've been coming here.
Yeah. Hey, guys, there's something good going on over here, man. This is the place to be.
One other thing I love about this team right now is John Lynch. Big shout out to John Lynch.
Absolutely.
Going down the field, congratulating players, trying to bring that the Bartolo feeling back. That's what it reminds me of. I love it. That's it, man. It's going to be a good week. It's going to be another good Monday, guys.
Listen, faithful, enjoy this win while you can because next week is going to be sad. But I'll get to that at a late. You disagree?
I disagree. And
do you know who we play next week?
Yes, I do.
Who?
Jacksonville.
And you think it's not going to be a sad affair?
Nope. I'm riding all the way. And I got the 42 one.
Yeah, 42 going to be sitting at home like, I told y'all not to fuck with them.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be hyper as shit when we win next week.
We're not. Listen, guys.
Make sure you tune in to our podcast later this week for our predictions.
That's right. Make sure you tune in, guys. Yeah, we did the prediction video and everything. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Nick and I are going to go back. We got one more game coming up on Monday night. We'll go back and see who had the better head-to-head. I know we started off rough, but we'll see how it finished, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun, man. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But guys, enjoy these wins, man. Next year is gonna be even better. Imagine what we do in free agency. Imagine what we do in the draft, and then we get Jimmy Garoppolo with all this time and everything inside the system and shit. Oh my God. Oh my God, guys. The Niners 1-1, man. I love it. I absolutely love it, man.
6-10. That's where we're finishing.
Nah, 5-11, but it's cool.
Above all else, stay faithful. We out.